Hi folks, this is Tourguide Stan for Isle of New York Tours, and we are in the heart of the Fifth Avenue shopping district. I am a licensed sightseeing guide. See the license? It says sightseeing guide in the banner across the top. That's how you know I'm a real tour guide. I get my license from the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection every 2 years. It's $50 after taking the examination back in 1995. I've been at this a long time, and it would be good if the guides were all licensed, but they're not. The Department of Consumer Affairs licensed us until it became the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection. Now it closes down gas stations, but I haven't had my guide license checked by a person from New York City government in more than 20 years. So what if there was an unlicensed guide giving you a tour of the shopping district? And what if the unlicensed guide was secretly working for one of the stores and brought you into that store without your knowing that you're being led like a lamb to the slaughter? You would have no recourse. Nobody checks licenses. I'll show you an example. Let me just edit this. This is a pedicab. It's supposed to have 200-point sign right in the center of your picture telling how much it is. It doesn't. Most of them don't. Now, pedicab drivers have a license to drive pedicabs. 5 of them have a license to give tours. Most do not. And they will lie about things in order to sell a tour. Don't get me wrong. There are 5 licensed sightseeing guides among the pedicab drivers. They have a license like this. All pedicab drivers should have a pedicab driver license, but 5 are also licensed guides. I know 3 of them, Garth, Laramie, and Kenny. I don't know the other 2, but most give tours without a license. Here we are in Central Park. People rowing on the lake. The Beresford Apartments over there at 81st and Central Park West. And behind me is this horse trough fountain. It has 19th century technology. Let me wait for the helicopter to go by. Central Park opened in 1873. There were no electric lights yet and no cars. The main road over there is just about 6 miles or 10 kilometers, and it was made specifically for carriages and bikes. This is the carriage turn, specifically made for carriages to turn. It's a circle. It's not asphalted. It's made for hoofs to find purchase on rough gravel. And the fountain uses pre-20th century technology. The first use of chemicals to purify water was in Maidstone, Kent, England in 1897. I did research on this kind of fountain. Those spigots pour water into the 6 cups. It trickles out like water does in a waterfall. Waterfall water is cleaner than pond water. Nobody knew why until science investigated in the late 19th century. Well, oxygen in the air surrounds the droplets of water and kills bacteria. Not all of it, but some. So there's some oxygen hitting the spigots and more hitting the water coming out of the 6 cups, and then more on the half dome, which trickles the water down into the pool, the trough. I know this because I'm a licensed guide. I did research. Let's see what the unlicensed guides say. Oh, now it starts. They play the music. This is not the fountain from Friends. They lied to get the tour, and they're lying now. Want to see the Friends fountain? I'll show you. Friends was filmed in front of a live audience in Los Angeles. That's not the fountain. This is the fountain. Courtesy of the Hollywood Reporter. See all those buildings back there? No buildings. New York, it's in a park. LA, it's surrounded by buildings on Warner Brothers' back lot. You've been lied to. Don't get lied to. New York City has no Department of Tourism. Despite this year, 2024, we expect 64 million tourists. And nobody's looking out for you except licensed guides. They will, most of them will lie to you. We won't. Look for a licensed sightseeing guide if you want a tour. Don't depend on people who say, hey, you want a tour? You can see the Friends fountain. Because you won't. This is Tour Guide Stan, hoping that the New York City government establishes a Department of Tourism so that we don't have to do all the watching out for the tourists. Thank you for coming to New York City. I love New York. My company is I Love New York.